No Deshaun Watson, no Nick Chubb, no Jack Conklin, no DeJuan Jones, no Jedrick Wills, no problem. The Cleveland Browns have found a way to make the NFL playoffs, and they're the first team in NFL history to make the playoffs while having 4 different starting quarterbacks in the season. Give Kevin Stefanski his flowers. This was a beautiful, beautiful season for this team. I hope everyone that suffered an injury in the NFL this season recovers fine in the future. But you look at the Cleveland Browns. This is a definition of next man up. And it comes down from the coaching staff and to the players. I love this. This is just a phenomenal season for the Cleveland Browns. And the reason why I speak of the Cleveland Browns so much is because this fan base has been through hell for the last couple of years. They made the playoffs a couple of seasons ago with Baker Mayfield. And you look at them now. This fan base is happy yet again, and they deserve it. This is one of those few franchises that didn't win a single game in a football season a couple years ago. And they only won 1 game a couple years ago as well. And you look at them now. Give Andrew Berry his credit as well in the front office. They have done a masterful job of getting the right talent on the field and getting the right head coach. They have built the right culture with this team. Now, they may be slept on because of the injuries that they have, but I'm telling you right now, this may be one of the most dangerous teams in the playoffs with how this defense is playing. This is a football team that can run the football with Jerome Ford at times and Kareem Hunt. And they have a quarterback in Joe Flacco that has been to a Super Bowl, has won a Super Bowl MVP. I understand it was years ago, but he has that playoff experience. Do not sleep on this team possibly getting to the AFC Championship. I know that may be crazy to say, but this defense and that run game can carry them all the way through, and they have the weapons. Look at what they did today against the New York Jets. That's a top passing defense. They did a number on them. Joe Flacco had 296 passing yards at halftime without Amari Cooper. David Njoku has been one of the best receiving tight ends this season. They have hope for years that this kid would come in and he would be that star tight end. It may have took years, but it's finally happened. Over 700 receiving yards on the season and 6 receiving touchdowns. He's an electric tight end, can get things going in space, and is great in the red zone. And they also have Amari Cooper as well. Like I mentioned before, he did miss today's game against the New York Jets dealing with a heel injury, but guess what? They didn't need him. They're going to need him in the playoffs. But this is one of the best wide receivers in the game as well. Smooth route runner, great hands, had over 200 yards receiving against the Houston Texans. And this is a team that's done this without their starting running back, their starting quarterback, and their starting 2 top tackles with this team. Jack Conklin went down. They put in the rookie DeJuan Jones. He was having a great rookie season. He went down as well. Now you're depending on James Hudson at the right tackle position. He's looked very good. And Garyon Christensen has been solid at the left tackle position as well because Jedrick Wills Jr. went down early in the season as well. But this defense has been one of the main reasons why they've been so successful. And their defense has dealt with injuries as well. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah continues to be one of the best defensive players in the NFL. He is a slept-on linebacker. He is great. He has been tremendous all season long. In coverage, he's been phenomenal. Tackling, phenomenal. Off the blitz has been phenomenal. And I go back to that game they had against the San Francisco 49ers. I understand Trent Williams went down in that game. Christian McCaffrey was hurt. Deebo Samuel was hurt. But before those guys got injured, that defense was still doing a number on one of the top offenses in the NFL. They have given every team problems this season. Yes, they had a slip up against the Los Angeles Rams, but that's the first game that Joe Flacco came in. Besides that, they haven't lost with Joe Flacco. That's the only game that they lost. And they did get ran over numerous times. But they were not fully prepared in that game. Brand new quarterback learning the system. Give these guys credit because it is hard for a guy like Joe Flacco, who did not have training camp with this team, did not take any scout team reps with this team, to just come in and let this team look as good as they're looking right now. Give credit to Joe Flacco and give credit to Kevin Stefanski. One of the best coaching and quarterback jobs I've seen all season long. And back to this defense, Jim Schwartz, you deserve this job. Should be defensive coordinator of the year. Look at this Browns defense last year underneath Joe Woods. They couldn't stop a nosebleed last year. You look at them this year, phenomenal. And that secondary has been rocking all year long. Denzel Ward and Greg Newsome, one of the best cornerback duos in the NFL. And they also don't have Grant Delpit either because he's on IR right now. They're top safety with this team. And yet they haven't missed a beat. And Anthony Walker has been a very good linebacker with this team as well. Davlin Tomlinson has been worth all that money that they paid him in free agency. has been a great run stopper and has been pushing the pocket as well. And Zadarius Smith may not have those high sack numbers that he had years ago, but 5.5 sacks on season and 1 forced fumble. And he's been great at getting pressure, and he's been great at stopping the run. The Cleveland Browns deserve this, and I hope that they can make a deep playoff run because this franchise and this fan base truly deserve it. If they can make a deep playoff run, Kevin Stefanski's going to go down as one of the best coaches in Cleveland Browns history if he continues to keep this up. This was a great season for the Cleveland Browns, and it's not over just yet. They do face the Cincinnati Bengals next week, but they can rest all their starters because they have automatically clinched a playoff spot. And they could possibly get the first seed as well, which is a long shot. If the Miami Dolphins go out and beat the Baltimore Ravens, and then if the Dolphins lose next week, they can clinch that first spot if the Browns win next week. So a lot of things have to go in their favor, but it is possible. I'm saying this right now. Do not be shocked if this team can make a deep playoff run with the weapons that they have on the offensive end and what they most definitely have on the defensive end, because the AFC is wide open. I know a lot of people love the Baltimore Ravens right now, but go back to a couple weeks ago. This Browns defense gave the Baltimore Ravens a lot of problems. The Kansas City Chiefs right now, they can't score enough points. And their defense is very good, but Patrick Mahomes has not looked the same, and those wide receivers are not good enough to make a deep playoff run right now. And the Miami Dolphins, very good football team, but the Cleveland Browns can give them problems because they are a very physical defense and they're a very physical team. The Cleveland Browns may be able to make a deep playoff run this year. That's all I'm saying. But let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Cleveland Browns and can they realistically make a deep playoff run this season. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive, stay blessed, guys. Thanks for watching my video. Peace.